I'm Alan Dale from Gale Force Winds, and what an exciting day I'm having right here at Discovery College in beautiful Nanaimo, British Columbia. I always like coming here because I always like talking to the people from this part of the world. You guys are exciting, you guys are doing cool things. Molly, why don't you introduce yourself, tell us what you do.
I am Molly Schwarz, and I work at Discovery Community College in operations. I am a double alumni, so I graduated from the healthcare assistant program and the practical nurse program. Once I was a nurse and worked in the field, I then returned to teach the CARE program, the healthcare assistant program, for probably about 10 years. And then now I just work behind the scenes because I have little people, children, and the schedule just works better. And I think I know some of the stuff that happens in the classroom, so it's helpful behind the scenes.
So Molly, you've got a lot of touch points here at the college, right? Twice you went through the program. Let's talk about your experience going through the program. How was it?
It was really good. So Discovery College is very hands learning focused. I am dyslexic, so I struggled with that my whole life, and with it being so much of the program being delivered hands-on and doing a lot of it through tactile learning, it was really helpful.
Yeah, that experiential learning piece is sometimes lost in education, and when you find it and when you learn that way, it ticks, right? Everything happens. Talk to me about the instructors that you encountered throughout your journey.
Yeah, so they were great. They were always nurses who were like really good mentors, who I still, well actually one did pass away recently, but up until that we stayed in good contact. They were on my resumes. Yeah, they were just really good, really supportive of my learning.
Molly, I love the way you describe your instructors as mentors.
Yeah.
Not many people do that.
Yeah.
They talk about my interaction with learning was I had an instructor, then I graduated and I went off. But you refer to them differently. You refer to them as mentors.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, that's a good question. They definitely they cared more, I felt. I haven't been to a public school other than in high school, but I felt like they really cared about our experience and cared about the type of nurses that we became. And they were really passionate about the type of care that we gave. And like you could really feel about their passion. You could feel their passion come through when they were teaching. And they cared about, like myself, maybe being an underdog, being dyslexic, about succeeding. And
they wanted to see you succeed.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty amazing, eh?
Mm-hmm.
If that feels to me like a warm embrace. It's not like a college. It's not like something cold and hard and a name on a building. It's more than that, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One thing I like about colleges is their ability to meet community needs, to understand the communities in which they live in, they exist in, they respond to. Talk to me about that from a college point of view, how responsive they are.
Yeah, so I do know at Discovery College that we only deliver programs that are relevant to the needs in our community. So if something isn't in high demand, the college isn't offering it as a course you can take. So everything is just job ready. I feel like right now if you were to take the CARE program, almost every student walks out with a job before they're even done.
Wow.
And they're ready with the skills. Like they're not feeling overwhelmed on their first day of work.
Yeah.
They've done a lot of hands-on.
You kind of meet that need, right? You're listening to community, you're listening to industry of what they need, marrying that up with a program, putting instructors in place that know how to deliver that program, and then of course the end result is a person that's ready to go to work. How does it feel? And you've done it, right? You're not just speaking theoretically, but you've actually done it. You've come through a program and you went to work. Talk to me about how it felt to be ready.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it's still overwhelming starting a new job, but I think I actually got a lot of feedback when I was a nursing student and became a nurse at just how amazing, and anyone who went through the college, that our skills were that they transferred over, like how natural care, we had done so much care that it felt natural by the time we were working. Like we weren't nervous little
Yeah.
first-time employees. We were just really capable. Yeah.
So Molly, you go through all this program, you go out there, you ply your trade in the field, you're out there doing the business, the much needed work of a nurse in our communities. And then life changes, you get to, some other things happen in your life, and now you need to find another way to make life balance for you, and Discovery College enters your life again.
Well, it's always been part of my life, but I definitely I enjoyed teaching. So I did teach for like a good 10 years, and that, I don't know, I was able to use what my instructors had taught me to be a really good instructor. I felt like I really cared for the underdog, having been an underdog myself. And then now, kind of being in the operations level, I can really I feel like that is my story, is always caring for the students who maybe had no one giving them anything before. Maybe another college would have just dumped them because they weren't capable. But I always say, we can't lower our bar. Our bar has to be set. But we work really hard to help our students succeed and rise up and above the bar.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
That's a great way to describe it, right? You're not going to change that, but you're going to do everything possible, whether it's financial or otherwise, to get them there.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
It is pretty cool.
That's a cool place to work.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And it's offered everywhere. You can be in a remote part of this beautiful province and get that same support. Talk to me about the accessibility to the programs.
Yeah, so especially with everything going online, people from all over can be in school, and Teams, Microsoft Teams has really changed the way we deliver our programs, because people can be in a classroom setting. When people think of online, they kind of think of just watching some videos, doing some work. It's very interactive. There's an instructor there, you have all your classmates, you can see everyone, you break off into teams. If we have a campus local, we work really hard to make sure that people regroup on campus as much as possible. And then of course, even remotely, there are parts that have to be hands-on. So they get together to do all those hands-on skills.
Yeah, it sounds like a wonderful model where it's a bit of a hybrid solution where you can do it all together, yet you get the experiential learning.
Yeah.
Molly, it's been an absolute pleasure to be in conversation with you.
Cool.
Thank you for what you do. It's important work that you do, not only in the field when you're doing it, but training that next group of people to go in there, because we need all hands on deck here, and you're a big part of it.
Oh, thank you.